After a weak La Nina that we had this past winter, it was widely predicted that we would shift into neutral territory this spring. Where do things stand with La Nina and El Nino out there in the Pacific Ocean now? We will look into this on this SoraCast ENSO update. Hello and thank you for joining me. The Climate Prediction Center, an office of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration of the United States, had just issued their latest review and assessment of the ENSO, which is the mechanism that drives La Nina and El Nino in the equatorial Pacific. The ENSO, just to recap, stands for El Nino Southern Oscillation. This marine movement, spanning much of the Pacific Ocean, straddling about 10 degrees on either side of the equator, drives much of the El Nino and La Nina phenomenons. The ENSO is basically broken down into 4 regions, and the Japan Meteorological Agency has added their own, called Nino.West, situated just off the east coast of the Philippines. The ENSO has 3 states, or as we would also call it, phases. Number 1, we all know it, it's El Nino, which is a warming or above average sea surface temperature anomaly centered in the central or eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. Number 2, La Nina, that is the reverse of El Nino. It notes a cooling or below average sea surface temperature anomaly in the same area. Number 3 is neutral, which is where this region does not show any major temperature anomalies either way. Also, remember, an El Nino or La Nina needs more than just water temperatures to get going. The atmosphere also plays a pivotal role with seasonal positioning of certain high and low pressure systems in the atmosphere. To make a long story short, we do look like we are heading into an El Nino phase as we go through the spring and move on into the summer. The La Nina that we had this past winter was a weak one to begin with and is giving way to neutral conditions as we speak. This neutral phase will take over, but that will be brief as anything, as it is simply a transition into a projected strong El Nino, which should start early this summer in the May to June timeframe. And this new projected El Nino, it should be noted, is projected to continue for at least the remainder of this year, 2026. As we move into summer, a number of models are projecting an anomaly in the Nino 3.4 area of up to 1.1 centigrade over normal sea surface temperatures for the remainder of this year. The model period only goes through December 26 so far, but the temperatures are expected to stay at this level throughout the winter. The JMA monitored Nino.West area, by the way, has been at above normal temperatures for almost 2 years since the start of 2024. The JMA also agrees with other global model analyses that an El Nino is very likely as we move into the summer months this year. Now, there is a part here that is particularly concerning because the models at this point do not foresee much sea surface cooling as we head into the autumn and winter months this year. In other words, ocean temperatures in the Pacific may stay above normal, potentially well above normal, and that could keep the El Nino going well into winter and on into the 2027 new year. So let's go through it. What will an El Nino bring to Japan? Well, first off, we're going to get hotter than normal summers. We'll have an increase in 35°C plus days. That brings about also added health risks. Heat and humidity indexes will begin to rise. Number 2, increased rain and a more intense rainy season, particularly in West Japan from Kansai westward. This may be the only saving grace, as last year's rainfall and precipitation for this winter, aside from Hokuriku, Tohoku, and Hokkaido, has been well below normal. Also, El Nino years have an impact on the typhoon season. Typhoon paths may shift and intensity may increase. Typhoon development may shift further south and east of normal, allowing for stronger typhoon development. El Nino may weaken the normal Pacific high that's in place during the summer months, which can allow typhoons to steer toward Japan. Last summer was a burner here in Japan. Anyone who is in the country during the summer months will remember this. Obihiro, a town way up in Hokkaido, hit 40 degrees Celsius on July 27th of last year. The country also set 5 new all-time high records in quick succession, with Guma's Isezaki finally getting top honors with an unreasonable 41.8 degrees Celsius on August 5th. The former all-time high champion, Hamamatsu City down in Shizuoka, is now 6th on the list. Actually, all but 4 of the top 20 all-time high temperatures recorded in Japan have occurred since 2018. And a strong El Nino could give Japan a chance to reach even more all-time high records this coming summer. Warming waters around the country are also a threat. A recent article in the Guardian newspaper, the link will be provided below, gives a look at the risks to maritime agriculture. Give it a read when you have a chance. Well, the waters are shifting, and we will keep you updated on the latest climate news here at SoraCast. Hey, if you like weather and science-related content coming out of Japan, you guys know what to do, right? Go on and doink that like and subscribe button. We would love to have you along for the ride. Everybody take care, have a good one, and yeah, it's going to be a hot summer.